that the nodes or the computers are selected. Let's say you said, hey, I'm starting a DeFi chain, and you want to, you need, let's say there's 1,000 nodes on the Scale network, and you want to chain. Well, guess what? You actually have to go to Ethereum. You pay Ethereum, GAP, and then Ethereum, there's these contracts on Ethereum. They randomly select the computers on the Scale network to work for you, to make sure that they're for you. And then the Ethereum network will swap in and out work for you. So and the way blockchains lose security is if on a Byzantine fault-tolerant blockchain or a BFT blockchain, if 2/3 of the computers decide to take the money, they just can take it. Okay, in a BFT blockchain, in a proof-of-work blockchain like Nakamoto consensus, 51% of them can just decide to be bad and take money. And so the way we make sure that doesn't happen is that Ethereum provides another layer of decentralized orchestration or guidance to help guide the Scale network. It's like it's the brain that runs the Scale network, and one way to make sure that brain, that the network's decentralized is use an even more decentralized network like Ethereum to help guide the function of Scale.
So if you weren't building Scale and you were surveying the L2 solutions that were out there, who do you think's doing it best? And by best, I mean not just functionally, but also with security in mind.
Well, what I'll tell you is, what I'll say is I think Scale's doing it. We have next month and the month after, there's going to be so many projects leaving other L2s and going live on Scale with this next upgrade. And so I want to commend the people that are building and that are helping take the load off Ethereum, but even these chains that exist are getting overloaded. I mean, Matic, Polygon chain, it's 45 minutes sometimes for a transaction, and the prices are going up because it's one chain. And so what Scale is providing is more decentralization, greater security, and a limitless growth. So as Scale gets overloaded, it actually costs more to rent a chain, and then more people set up servers, and it drives the cost down. It's like you always can add more cars in the rider example, in the rideshare example, whereas other networks they're fixed. They add more cars. Well, guess what? It's still one blockchain. Scale can keep creating more and more blockchains and growing to meet demand.
Okay, but you didn't answer my question. I'm going to push on that question. If Scale didn't exist, which is the best L2 solution?
Oh, I mean, these are all companies that I'd say are, helping support the same mission, but also competitors. So I don't really want to say I like any of them.
That's a good answer. Yeah, that's an answer, at least. That's not dodging.
Yeah, that's my answer.
Final answer, locking it in. Okay, yeah. And survey says good answer. Ding, 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 ding. Maybe you can tell me off and whisper it to me gently. It'll be like pillow talk. So Ethereum. A lot of people are speculating now that Ethereum is going to flip Bitcoin just because there's so much more utility for Ethereum than there is Bitcoin. Not saying it's a better store of value or a better coin, but you really can't do much with Bitcoin. There's just not many dApps built on it. Do you agree that we're going to see Ethereum be market cap dominant?
Yeah, what I would say is, first off, I'm guessing you're probably like this. I know a lot of other people are. There are a lot of people that love Bitcoin and Ethereum, and yeah. I think they completely fill different parts of the market. And I hold both, and I root strongly for the success of both. But they serve very different functions. And do I think that the world of computation can be bigger than the world of store of value? Yes. So I think Ethereum can flip Bitcoin. The issue with Ethereum is that when the price goes up right now, and until we have a more layer 2 growth options, like as the next Scale upgrade comes and all these NFT projects and DeFi projects and Web3 projects launch, there's also some exciting stuff happening with rollups and other Ethereum scaling efforts, and all of the Ethereum scalers we're kind of punching each other, trying to beat each other, but in a nice way. And we know that the market growth is actually faster than what we can beat each other up, so we all kind of play nicely. So I think as that happens, that'll help take load off Ethereum. But in the interim, if Ethereum goes above 4,000, a smart contract costs, that costs $20. All of a sudden, there's all this usage and greater ETH costs more. Now the same contract costs $800 to execute. And then what happens is the price of ETH goes back down because the usage goes down. And there's a lot of people watching those usage metrics. And what we need is the quantity of transactions and the quantity of action happening around Ethereum to be even greater. And all the settlement will still take place on Ethereum. But these transactions on Ethereum, I would also say Ethereum native chains. So Scale's Ethereum native, Polygon's Ethereum native, Rollup Solutions are Ethereum native, and that's where we're actually bringing value back to Ethereum. There's a lot of blockchains that just run Ethereum virtual machine, and they suck value out of Ethereum. They're parasitic.
Sounds like you got some construction going on back there.
Yeah. So, sorry about that. Well, as I was saying, Ethereum virtual machine can be run on almost any blockchain. And so these other blockchains are actually pulling value out of Ethereum and not giving any value back. Whereas on Scale, all the staking and slashing and payments for chains and happens on Ethereum. So you actually have to pay Ethereum every time you pay Scale.